The Empty Netters podcast is brought to you by the cool, crisp, refreshing taste of LABATT Blue Light. There is no question about it, folks. At this point, you already know. If you've been listening to this podcast, we hammer it home every single day because it's obvious. LABATT Blue Light is the best beer that you could ever possibly enjoy across the board, but certainly during hockey season. We're in the middle of the conference finals right now. Games are tense, fan bases are losing their minds, and you need something to take the edge off, and that perfect thing is that Canadian kindness brewed beer, LABATT Blue Light. Every single pint, can, and bottle is going to change the game for you. It's going to make you have a better time, whether you're sitting at a bar watching the game, in the stadium watching the game, hanging out with friends, kicking it on the beach, because it's summertime now, baby. LABATT Blue Light has you covered in every sense of the word. So, crack open a can today and enjoy. Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast. We're doing something different for you guys right now. We've heard you. We've heard the complaints. We've heard the constructive criticisms. In a move that is nice to our producers and our editors.
Yes.
We have been releasing all of these episodes during the playoffs with one game late. Tonight it would have been the Panthers-Rangers game, but it's not anymore because we're recording later. So when you're listening to this episode now, we are up to date. We're talking about every single game that has been played.
Part of it. Like, we're going to come back later. Like, we're here now.
Now?
You're listening to the past.
Yes. This is the past.
Yeah.
We are midday right now. The game hasn't even happened yet. So we're going to do some of the episode now, and then you'll see we're coming back later tonight to record for you guys so we get that latest game in. It's going to be great. But for now, let's just rip the stuff that's already happened.
Okay. Yep. So, power rankings is going to be later.
Power rankings will still be now. But you're going to see a little cut.
So,
because we don't know yet, guys.
Hold on.
There's a game to be played.
Here comes power rankings.
All right, let's get into our power rankings because now
it's nighttime.
And we've done a quick wardrobe change.
Boom. I'm in my comfy clothes.
And
look at me,
me
dude.
Too.
Yeah, this dance comfy clothes. What a bitch, dude.
What the
That's how you get comfy, dude. A little Canadian tux.
I am comfy, dude.
It's after. Hey, you've seen
Quick, don't blow it.
30 Rock.
Shit, I don't even know this reference, so now I'm blowing it.
Liz Lemon walks into Jack's office, and he's wearing a tux late at night. He's still at the office, and she goes, "Are you wearing a tux?" And he goes, "Of course, Lemon. It's after 6."
That is how I want to live my life.
Dude, you go Canadian. As soon as the clock strikes 6, Dan goes Canadian tux. Boom.
Dude, you've seen the way I fly.
Yep.
And you've seen the way I hang out in my house.
This is how I fly.
Dude, I'm Will Smith in Bad Boys 2. I like to look good. What?
Yeah, but in public, dude.
But you never know when someone's going to pop into your house.
That's
you
true.
never know.
Especially our place, dude.
You never know when someone's going to get when you're going to get a phone call.
Yep.
Or going to get a text that says, "Yo, pulling up in an Uber in 30 seconds outside your house. We're going to the sickest party of all time.
We're going to the Playboy Mansion."
Yeah.
Be ready.
You never know.
Yeah. This is probably how you should
Watching Crazy Rich Asians the other day on the plane. Speaking of flying in style. And Awkwafina's character.
Yeah.
She drives Rachel Chu to the party. And Henry Golding is like, "Would you like to come in?" She's like, "Oh, no." And he's like, "No, please, I insist." And she's like, yeah, I want to come to the party. She runs out and she pops her trunk, which is in the front of the car.
Yeah.
It's such a sick car. And she pulls out multiple like dry cleaner bags. And like one says,
Henry Golding.
One says like party. Yeah, that would have been funny.
Yeah.
But it's like something. Then she gets the one that says cocktail party and she puts it on.
That's a move.
And Rachel, she was like, "You keep a cocktail dress in your car?" And she's like, "Yeah, dude."
That's a move.
It's a move.
That's a move.
I'm just saying, always be ready.
I'm in my LABATT Blue Light hoodie.
Yeah.
And I will say, I had this on because I went live on TikTok today. Going live every week for LABATT Blue Light. Anybody that isn't, that chat is lit. And it was lit tonight, dude.
Dude, you were buzzing. I was listening to the whole thing.
It was lit tonight. If you aren't following us on TikTok, first of all, go follow us on TikTok right now. And second of all, if you haven't been keeping your eye out for the TikTok lives every week, we do an hour live every week, and it is a time. We got a crew going up in there, so keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out.
Power rankings.
Power rankings. Game 5 in the books. Panthers. Rangers.
Top 4 teams. I think there's an obvious one.
I do too. I'm not sure if it's the same. I
How
will
could
say
it not be the
this.
same?
I want to be very clear before we do these. Like these power rankings are, these 4 teams are so,
Yeah, they tight.
whoever's 4 isn't 4. They're 1D.
Yeah,
That's
which
how
is
I feel.
4, bitch.
Like that.
Euphoria.
Euphoria, starring Zendaya on HBO. Season 3 coming
Season 4.
this summer. Euphoria season 4.
Yeah.
Euphoria season 4. If they don't do that,
I think, what are we
hey,
talking about?
HBO Max,
Call me.
you can have that one for free.
Next one's going to cost you.
Number 1, Igor Shesterkin.
Power rankings, top 5.
Yeah, Igor 1.
1, Igor Shesterkin.
I think Panthers have to be 1.
No, Igor 1.
Well, sorry, we're going Igor's. It's like a
Its own thing. Then,
first runner.
next, 4. Number 1,
Panthers.
Panthers.
I think.
They just have to be, dude. I feel like they're the scariest team. I felt like they were the scariest team to enter the conference finals.
Yeah.
And they are now 1 win away from the finals. And they're doing it on the road. And,
Yeah, that was huge.
Yep.
But they can't sleep, dude. No cat naps here.
oh, dude, if you
No
even
cat
think
naps.
about a cat nap,
If you even
you're
think
going to get a
about-
bowl of milk dumped on your head. And then,
Because you're going to hit the edge of the bowl.
Yep. Flip over. You're soaked. You hate being wet. You licking, you're trying to dry off. I don't know how cats dry off. Do they shake like dogs?
Yeah, I think so. But they also just walk with that arched back, like, "Ugh," they can't believe they're so wet.
Until they dry.
Yeah, or like until their own.
And then it's milk, dude. You can't. How do you even? You don't. How do you? The only way to get the milk off you is to get more wet with water.
Yeah,
So this is if you fall asleep, you're fucked.
you're dead. No
So-
catnip.
Yep.
No getting sleepy. No cat naps. You're 1.
They're
but
1.
Stay sharp, like them claws.
Yep. Number 2.
I personally think it's the Rangers.
Oh shit.
These games are close. They're going to OT. They're 1-goal games. Neither team has given up much. Where in the other series, I feel like the Stars, the Oilers, they're like falling asleep here and there, giving up 4 goals. They get a
Blowing
2-goal
huge
lead
leads.
and then it's gone.
Yeah, dude. I actually thought since at the start of this, dude, I felt like you were like kind of whoever was losing the most had to be the bottom. Like I was kind of mentally preparing to decide what I wanted to say, Dallas or Edmonton too, because I thought you were for sure going to be like Rangers have to be
You're
4.
basing this off of a time where you tried to put the Lightning as like the number 2 team,
Where they
and they
belong.
were down 3-1.
Where
in
they
the
belong.
series.
To the best team in the league.
No. Well, currently.
To our 1.
Yes.
But I actually love this take, Dan.
I think
Rangers too, because they're
gotta
going
be them.
toe to fucking toe with who I think the best team in the league is.
it's got to be them.
Okay, Rangers too.
Yeah.
Now,
Series tied 2-2. Friday, day you guys are listening to this, Friday, we got Game 5, Dallas Oilers. Oilers just put a sufficient beat down
they
on Dallas.
really did. They really did. After being down early.
Yeah, and because of that, I'm putting Dallas 3. Fuck you, Oilers.
What's fucked
I'm
is
sick of being the nice guy all the time. I've got to draw a line in the sand. Listen, it's 2-2. Oilers, you've impressed me so much. That was a huge win. I still think you're the worst team. Dallas 3, Oilers 4.
dude, I thought you were being funny, but I actually agree because fuck it, dude. Like Dallas is better. Dallas is better than Edmonton. That's
Edmonton,
all.
like
That's
we said,
all, dude.
You're 1D, but fucking get bent.
Dallas
square.
is better, and
Dallas is better.
Edmonton's played some great games in this series, and I think it's going 7. By the way, I don't know what you think. I think
too.
it's going
Me
7.
too.
But Dallas is better than you. So Panthers, Shesty, Panthers, Rags, Dallas, Edmonton.
Yeah, that's that.
Boom.
That's that. We're going to get back into the rest of our episode, and then you'll see us
From the future
later,
again,
a little later.
and
that
we
was
are
Power
back.
Rankings.
And we are back, and let's get into some hot ice.
Let's get into our Bauer Hockey Hot Ice, baby. Lots of stuff going on right now. Guys, we're going to take a quick break and hone our game. We're going to get better at hockey right now. And there's no better way to do that than with Bauer. Bauer Hockey has been the industry-leading standard for almost 100 years. Bauer takes your game to the next level, and we're going to talk specifically about training. You're going to go to bauer.com/training, and Bauer's going to help you perfect your game on the ice in every single way. When you go to that website, you're going to see the digital reactor dangler, and you're going to see their reactor slide board. These things are going to get those dangles to the top notch. You're going to go from a 52 rating to a 99 rating like that. And that slide board, my God, your edges are going to be better than ever. Your stride is going to look like that of a gazelle. This is how we get our game better to the next level, and we bring up that overall rating that we've always wanted. Whether you're a beer leaguer, whether you're just starting out, or whether you're an elite player right now and you're looking to get that extra edge, Bauer is the best way to do it. And here's the thing. You use promo code EMPTY, EMPTY, at checkout. You're going to save all that money on shipping. So let Bauer make you the elite player you always knew you could be. First and foremost, should we talk about some champions?
Let's talk. Yeah, let's talk about some champions.
First and foremost, let's talk about some champions. Minnesota has officially been crowned the first ever PWHL Walter Cup champs. Our girl Taylor Heisey, drafted first overall.
Yep.
Absolute stud for Minnesota. Champion for Minnesota. What a fucking year.
First ever playoff MVP, scored the series winner in the semifinals, led the playoffs in goals with 5 and points 8. How are ya?
Big whoop. Unbelievable to see. I love that we get the first ever PW playoffs. They're electric. Games are unbelievable. We get the first ever final. Minnesota, Boston. I mean, come on. That's amazing.
Dude.
And then
What do people from Minnesota and Boston have in common, dude?
their hatred for Herb Brooks.
Yes, exactly.
Unbelievable.
Exactly right.
We get the fireworks of Minnesota scores. They think they've done it. They think they've won. Goal gets called back.
Yeah, this is in game 4.
Yes.
Like, so it's PW does best of 5.
5, yeah.
People don't know. Minnesota wins in double OT, right?
Yeah.
Double OT in game 4.
They're celebrating.
We won the cup.
They're going nuts, and then boom, goal gets called
Goal
back.
interference.
Boston wins.
Dude, can you imagine that happening?
Oh, dude, I would die.
A cup-winning overtime goal.
I'll say this: thank God it wasn't Game 5,
Dude.
because that would be crippling.
Yes, but I just can't even, with the way goalie interference has gone this year,
It's wild.
I can't imagine an OT
You did this,
cup-winning
dude.
goal.
You
Yeah,
did this. Protect our goalies.
You're right.
This is your fault.
I'm happy about it. So that's insane, and then it goes to game 5, as you say.
Yeah.
Minnesota wins 3-0.
Yeah. Emphatic win. It felt like the hockey gods.
Yep. Team captain with the empty netter. You love to see it.
Love to see it, but just so awesome. Great cap to the end of, the first season of the P-Dub. I think it went so well. Great to see the gals just partying, loving it up.
Dude, my good buddy Brent Hodgie has been, well, I imagine I can say some of this, but he has been deeply embedded in the P-Dub as a documentarian this whole time. And the content he has been getting is incredible. And I cannot wait for that project to come out.
Gonna be so cool.
Yeah, it is like the behind the scenes stuff is epic.
So epic, so fun. And again, just huge shout out, huge love to our homegirl, Taylor, because
So
that's
pumped for her.
just like so cool. Sent us a picture this morning. They got these dope chains. They're like the Miami turnover chains.
Yeah.
They're like these silver big chain necklaces with the sick little plaque on it, champs.
She's still wearing it.
She was like, I've still got it on. She had it on for like 24 hours. Gotta love it.
A couple cool tidbits, I thought. Minnesota entered the playoffs the lowest seed on a 5-game skid to end the regular season.
Yeah.
Went down 2-0 against Toronto in the first round.
Yeah.
Came back, wins in 5, and then beats Boston, who was the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Also, our homegirl, Erin Frankel,
I was about to say we got to show some love to Erin because Erin
stood on her fucking head, dude.
Lights out, dude. Erin, next time we see Erin, she might have a Lego head because she was standing on it the whole
and
fucking
as happy as
playoffs.
I am for Taylor, and it's so sick to be the first pick and then win playoff MVP, I actually thought Erin could have J.S. Shigered herself here.
I agree.
I legitimately
completely.
think, I'm like, dude, that could have been her.
She was unbelievable.
41 saves in game 5, dude.
Like, give me a break.
Game 5, which is game 7, 41 fucking saves. Boston got 17 shots on goal.
Help your girl out.
Dude, come on.
Jesus, dude.
Absolutely insane. Here's the only other thing I got.
Hit me.
Can you tell me how tall the Stanley Cup is?
Yes. I believe it's like
I never would have known this. So if you know it, that's
I believe it's like 35 inches or no, not, yeah, 35 inches.
35.25 inches tall. Do you know how much the Stanley Cup weighs?
34 pounds.
34.5 pounds.
Yeah. I only know that because of Jarvie.
Yeah, right.
I look so knowledgeable about the cup right now.
34.5 pounds. Lord Stanley's Cup.
Yeah.
The Walter Cup, crafted by Tiffany and Co.
That's fucking, that is so bougie.
Dude.
I love it. That is so bougie.
The Walter Cup, crafted and designed by luxury jeweler Tiffany and Co. 35 pounds.
Ooh.
That feels like a shot.
Oh, that's deliberate, dude.
That feels
That
deliberate.
is very deliberate.
That's
Just a little heavier and a Tiffany original.
just something to think about. I'm actually pissed that, you know how like the cup has that fucking box, that huge ass box, and like the keepers come out with it, and like that box needs to be Tiffany blue for the Walter Cup.
Or like diamond encrusted.
Moving forward. But you know that Tiffany blue, dude. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, like that. I need that.
Yes, do I?
You don't?
I don't think
Bro,
so.
educate yourself.
Why would I educate myself on Tiffany
Yeah,
blue?
because you're a fucking bad boyfriend, dude. Make a play.
Nah, dude.
Tiffany, dude.
I'm
you're
a K.
fool.
I'm a K Jewelers guy.
You're a fool, dude. Tiffany blue is fucking
Tiffany is bougie shit.
goated. 35 pounds. That's a shot.
Sure is.
That's a shot.
It's a good looking cup too.
Yeah, it is cool.
Let's go to a not quite champions yet.
Yep.
But the homies, the London Knights, huge victory, headed to the championship for the Mem Cup.
Yep. They beat the Saginaw Spirit 4-2. What, last night? Yeah, last night. And then championship game is June 2nd.
Yeah.
For people in the hockey world, I think I guess we didn't talk about this because we were kind of like treading water on what we were allowed to say, and shit, 'cause we were in trouble for some stuff, which you all know about now.
Yeah.
But
Let's talk about it now.
yeah.
Fucking Pussygate. Pussygate dubbed by Biz.
Yeah. So,
Wild.
The P-bomb, dude. People are dropping P-bombs in the OHL. Everyone that's a hockey fan has largely heard this story now.
Yeah.
But what was his name? I wrote it down. I always forget the kid's name. I feel bad.
Sometimes I feel we can say his name. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Landon Sim. Landon Sim of the London Knights was suspended 5 games while his team's in the middle of the
5 games.
5
dude.
games. Fucking Jacob Trouba gets 0 for trying to fucking murder people.
For being an attempted murderer twice, 2
Landon
times.
Sim gets 5 games for calling a kid a pussy during an OHL game.
After this kid snitched, dude.
Yeah, he snitched. He
Snitched to the ref.
Because Biz said that on the Chicklets Live last night, where he was like, I have on good authority. I got a DM. I got a
Oh, he
text
snitched.
that he did snitch to the refs. So this kid gets 5 games for calling a kid a pussy, P-bombing him. And I don't even know how much I want to get into this, but that is fucking preposterous to me.
I don't know anyone personally that's involved,
Yeah.
so I won't say anything too serious on this topic. But man, oh man, is that is the most 200-ply soft behavior that I've heard in a long time. It's a bummer.
Wait, dude. Isn't 200 ply like thick as fuck?
Yeah, it's soft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. More ply is
More
softer.
ply is softer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. 200. Okay,
Yeah.
200 ply.
I just think how on earth do you pull that shit? To snitch to the ref about being called a pussy that's like insane. I didn't think there was a hockey player on earth capable of something that pathetic.
Big Cat said it too. He was like, "You guys hockey people has to bury this story."
Oh yeah,
because
like
we out here being like NBA soft, NBA's bullshit.
I don't even want to talk about it.
We got to bury this.
I mean, it is like, it is so anti-hockey player to do that. But even if you do, like, part of me wants to say, if you were to do that, maybe it's the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
You're just trying to do like the shittiest thing ever. And then the ref tees him up, dude. You have to be like this. No, sorry, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, that is so pathetic to have a player get tossed and then suspended 5 games. Like, dude, I just think that the OHL is shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame on the snitch. Shame on the ref. Like, if I were the ref and a kid skated up to me and went like this, he just called me a pussy, I would go like this. Get in the box, dude.
I would go like this. Were you being a pussy?
Sounds like you're being you're snitching to me. Sounds like you're being a pussy.
Dude, I wonder if this is one of these situations where, because to be very clear, if the guy had used a really derogatory slur, then I'm like, yeah, dude, get fucked, get suspended, get that shit out of the game, 100%. What I wonder is if this is a situation years from now where we will all look back and be like, man, everybody was saying pussy back then. Now you get kicked out of school for saying such a thing, but that was normal, commonplace. And then everyone's gonna have to scroll through their Twitter and be deleting old tweets. Someone's gonna have a screenshot of a tweet where someone said pussy. I don't think so, but if it is, this is what is the virus in apes? This is the
I don't know what it's called.
AZXL9er that infected everybody. It happened from this moment. This is when it started. But until that day, Dan, I am currently, and I'll get killed for this if the whole world changes, but I am currently really hoping that the London Knights close the job on Saturday because, or is it Saturday or Sunday?
The simian flu pandemic, dude.
The simian flu. This is the simian flu version. It is Sunday. It's Sunday, June 2nd.
Yeah, Sunday, this coming Sunday,
really hope
7:30 p.m.
I really hope the Knights pull it out because I want them to receive glory after the hardships that they have been unjustly put through, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't want to rag on anyone, but that's such a bummer of a story. I hated that it happened. And it does, there's justice. Justice has been served, that they've won this game. Yep. They are now in the championship game on Sunday. So tune in. They're playing Moose Jaw.
But they don't know yet.
Oh, yeah. It's Moose Jaw or Saginaw?
No, it's because they beat Saginaw, right? Oh, no, you're right. Yeah. Because Saginaw goes to the other game and they play Moose Jaw. So, yeah.
I hope it's Saginaw.
Yeah, a little rematch, dude.
Well, more so like bury them again.
Yeah.
You know?
They probably hope it's Saginaw.
Yeah. Anyway, Mem Cup's awesome. Dial into that on Sunday if you're thirsting for more hockey. Crazy stuff. But I think it's safe to say that we're rooting for.
Go Knights, baby.
We're rooting for the Knights, I think. You know? I mean, come on. Okay. I got a bit of bad news.
Oh, shit.
Bit of bad news that we got to talk about really quick. The oldest arena in the world is closing.
Fuck.
News just dropped. Home of the Northeastern Huskies, the Doghouse, Matthews Arena is closing after 124 years. City of Boston just released news that it is going to be torn down and a new, huge, multi-purpose arena is going to be built in its place. The people of Boston, the people of, I would like to think, the world, and certainly the Northeastern community, very, very bummed out about this. Wanted to bring this up to show some love to Matthews Arena. It's an amazing place. We both played there several times growing up in tournaments. Been to Northeastern games. Where do you stand on this topic? Because I'll tell you this, dude. I want to go on record right now and say I'm upset about this. I'm bummed. Seeing Matthews, like, that's childhood memories gone. Oldest rink in the world gone.
Yep.
I don't want this to happen.
But
Stephen A. Smith. However, new facilities are pretty sick. And I wonder if we should do things like this. Obviously, there's not an infinite amount of space, certainly in the Boston area. But I do just wonder if with something like Matthews, that is literally the oldest functioning hockey rink in the world, not in America, in the world, you just keep that, preserve it, and give Northeastern a new facility somewhere else. Like, why tear that down? That is history.
Yep.
That should be a historical landmark. Because I do think the Husky players who will, I think, hopefully at least some of them, maybe like the freshmen, because I don't know when they'll be in a new, I don't know. I don't know the details, sorry. Yeah. I just think the kids who will play in this new facility will be like this. This is pretty fucking cool. And that's how you get better recruits. That's like, if you don't think that's a part of how you get players, shout out G doing this unbelievable Chicklets University thing. When people saw the North Dakota facility, if you don't think there was a lot of 15 to 17-year-old kids in high school who are looking to go play college and are thinking about their options, who saw that and don't go, that is fucking dope, I am going there. Like, this is part of how you recruit.
Yep.
And I do think that there's an element that gets, I'm going to say it, I think a lot of more mature kids who see that and see it's 124 years old and go, I actually love that. Like, I love the history. I'll choose that over these new highfalutin bells and whistles of these other facilities. That's great, but like, you're going to get a lot. I think you're going to get a lot more of appeal with those younger high school kids being like this. Look at this brand new state-of-the-art facility.
There's a way for me, Dan, to thread the needle, baby.
Okay.
And it's this. Fenway Park, best ballpark in the world, period.
Easy.
Fucking miss me with Wrigley. And
Wrigley's sick.
Wrigley's sick, but it's not as
Fenway's
close as
better.
And Yankee Stadium is knocked down, and new Yankee Stadium is an old Yankee Stadium and gold.
And New Yankee Stadium is fucking elite.
Gas. Yep. Fenway Park used to have fucking seats, still kind of does, but you can't even fit in the seats. And the seats behind a fucking pole.
Yeah.
You buy a ticket, and then you look at a pole.
You got to go like
for
this.
3 hours.
You got to go like this.
But you can't, because the guy next to you,
he goes like this. You're in my lap, dude.
Yeah, and there's a pole in front of you.
Yeah. But when you buy the seat next to the pole seat, the pillar seat, it says chances of man in lap.
Yeah, right.
On it. It's printed on the ticket.
Obstructed view on your ticket, chances of man in lap
on the other ticket. Yeah.
It would be a tragedy if Fenway Park was ever knocked down. But all you got to do, dude,
don't say it,
is give it a facelift.
No, dude.
No, listen to me, Dan. There used to be a net in the Green Monster.
Yeah.
Now there are 6 seats there.
Yeah.
You think that has made Fenway Park less cool? It has made it fucking 100 times cooler. Oh my God, it's fucking amazing.
That's true.
So what I would like, because I still think it counts, is if you had taken this place and gone like, maybe they got to bum BU's rink for 1 season.
Yeah.
Or something. Or maybe you just get it done in the summer, but you just scoop up every seat all the way around. Scoop them up. Go under the thing. Scoop up the locker rooms.
Yeah.
Spit them out. And then you build sick, brand new dope locker room, brand new dope gym, new seats, maybe less seats because you got to have more space, boxes. Make it sick. And just the literal outside is the same building and the same sheet. Then I go, year 125. Oldest rink of all time.
Dude, I hear what you're saying, but look at all these celebs, man. Plastic surgery turns you into something you're not.
Eventually, though, I feel like, the first few dabbles of it, we're like, these celebs are so hot. How do they do it? They've had 15 surgeries already. Fools.
But this is
fools.
This is how it happens.
Surgery 16, we've ruined it. 100%. But by surgery 16, the barn will be 250 years old, and then knock it down. Who fucking cares?
I care. At that point, you can't. If it makes it to 250, you can't knock it down ever.
Okay, well then we keep surgerying it up.
This is out of control.
This is the move.
You won't even recognize it.
Good.
You did win me over on the outside though.
Leave the outside.
Still looks the exact same on the outside.
Leave the outside.
And then you walk in and it's
up.
Willy Wonka's chocolate factory on the inside.
Scoop up the seats.
I don't like the spirit of what you're saying, but it's a better option than tearing it down.
Agree.
Simple.
Too late, but I mean, something to think about for the future.
Something to think about. All right. What do we got? Let's move on.
Okay, so let's do Oilers Stars now.
Yeah, we're going to talk Oilers Stars now, and then we'll get into Rangers Panthers.
I'm going to talk a little Rangers Panthers now because I do want to talk about Game 4.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we'll go away.
Okay. Oilers Stars, big game last night. Stars go up 2-0. Oilers surge back in the first, tie it up, and then bang, bang, go up 4-2. Weather a third period. Series tied up 2-2. Oilers doing better than both of us thought.
Yeah, and I got a lot of people in my DM specifically saying, looks like Stars in 5 was wrong.
Yeah.
How do you feel now? And I'm like, yes, I feel wrong. I don't know. I thought it would be Stars in 5. And by the way,
people talking to you like you have a vendetta against the Oilers.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Sounds like it. It's cool.
I picked Preds in 6.
Yeah.
I don't know. My bad, dude.
Sorry.
And by the way, if the Stars hadn't puked on themselves in this game, they were going to win in 5.
Correct.
So you're
and Oilers fans, don't act like when it was 2-0 you didn't give
yeah,
up.
because that's my point. Dude.
Oilers fans were in our. You can
I
go
didn't
look.
have any fucking DMs when it was 2-0, and
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, we lost in 5."
We had a clip that we released yesterday on the Instagram that was giving the Oilers a ton of love. There's a lot of comments in there from Oilers fans when you're down 2-0 being like this. Just love the fight from this team. We're not quite ready yet, but
Yeah.
like this has been awesome. So like take it easy.
So yeah, dude, it's gonna be it's a good series.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking pumped about it. It's a great series.
Yeah, I've got a couple things to say here. One, piggybacking off what we talked about last week, I cannot stress enough how impressed I am with the Oilers defense. That was the biggest question mark for me. I'm not even going to give it to Skinner quite yet. Skinner made 20 consecutive saves, I think, down the stretch there. So fantastic. But like the D, the way they're blocking shots, the way they're preventing shots is just very, very, very impressive. That said, I do think the Stars pooped their pants in this game.
Me too.
I think they really pooped their pants in this game. I mean, for fucking Christ's sake, man. Like the shorthanded goal that you let up, it's just like I don't know what you're doing. It's been a nightmare. It's just that was a meltdown game.
To your Skinner point there, real quick, gave up 2 goals on the first 3 shots of the game.
Yep.
Cutting to the crowd, people going like this.
Yeah, yank him.
Yank, get out of here. At that point, Dallas, I think, had scored 7 of the last 8 goals or something. Yeah. Very easy for Stuart Skinner and that Oilers team to roll over.
Yeah.
They did not. They actually cut to the in-game interview with DeBoer, and he goes, the next goal in this game is massive.
Yeah.
Because he was like, either it's 2-1 and now they're like, we're fine.
Or it's 3-0, Skinner's yanked, and the series is over.
Yep, and we lose in 5, or Oilers lose in 5. And then Edmonton gets it on a disaster goal if you're Dallas, where Corey Perry takes a shot, Otter saves it, and is literally covering it easily. He saves it in the stomach and is easily covering the puck. And then 2 Dallas players run into Otter and smash him into the corner.
Yeah.
And then McLeod just pushes the puck into an open net. Literally, if that doesn't happen, the series is over.
Terrible.
So really gut check moment for that squad and that goalie, and fucking delivered.
Totally.
This series to me, Dan, has been, you know in Star Wars when Luke Skywalker gets in the gun place of the Falcon. I don't know what that little pocket is called, but he's in the gun thing with the fucking spinny chair.
Yeah.
And he gets one. He gets
Call it the gunner chair.
The gunner chair. I got one.
Don't get cocky, kid.
What does Han say to him, dude?
Says don't get cocky.
Don't get cocky, kid. This series is the Western Conference Finals I'm dubbing the Don't Get Cocky, Kid Western Conference Finals this year. I'll tell you why.
I love this.
Game 1. Dallas comes in. A lot of people, including me. Look how high my hand is. A lot of people, including me, went like this. This series is over. What a fucking cakewalk. Dallas got through Vegas. They got through Colorado. Now they get to fucking clown on the Oilers till they get to waltz to the cup. They walked into game 1 little cocky, I would say. What happened?
L.
Game 1 L at home.
Yeah.
Fuck. I know they lose game 1s all the time, but game 1 L.
Yeah.
Game 2, Oilers come out. Well, man, if we can steal game 2 in Dallas, it's going to be over. Shots in the first period of game 1. 16-4 Edmonton.
Yeah.
They're in the intermission. Getting cocky. They come out. L. Boom. Series tied. We go to Edmonton. Okay? Game 3. Edmonton up 2-0 in the first period.
Little cocky.
Getting a little cocky. What
L.
happens? L. Dallas up. Game 4. Edmonton. Dallas goes, we win this. It's over in 5.
2 goals on 3 shots.
Getting a little cocky.
Walking around like this.
What happened, Dan?
L.
Yeah. Don't get cocky, dude.
Don't get cocky.
That's what this Western Conference
It's so
Finals is.
clear that these teams need to just finish the fucking game. Like I would literally not permit any player on my bench to look at the scoreboard. Don't look at that jumbotron and you're sent down the fucking tunnel.
You're out. You're benched.
Like
take your gear off.
It is the most, it's a game of runs. It's the most back and forth ping-ponging shit I've ever seen with these two teams. It's absolutely crazy.
The Dallas has been outshot in the first period of the last 3 games, 38-13, which is insane.
Yeah.
And it's not even a knock because I'm kind of like I was going to make it my coaching adjustment for later, but then I was like, well, they won 2 of those games and they were up 2-0 at one point in the game they lost. So I'm like, I don't know. And they've been the much better third period team, which you would rather.
Yeah.
But like that has been an interesting dynamic to me where I'm like, what the frick are you doing?
It is crazy. The shots thing, like I say again, not to knock on him, but Oilers fans, you're knocking on him. When you are facing a goalie who has in the past 2 postseasons had mental problems in terms of like he gives up a couple goals, gets shaky, gets yanked every now and then. Oilers fans are like, we're not convinced of Skinner. How do you not test him?
Yeah.
And obviously the Edmonton D, which I just gassed up, are making it hard for you. But like that needs to be, I'm like, throw fucking pucks on net. Look at Robo in game 3. He was like, I literally just started shoving shit at the net and it was going in.
Yeah, it all went in.
How are you not like, just keep doing that? Keep firing pucks on net.
The Dallas, even though they are not scared of Edmonton still, and they believe they can win anywhere.
Yeah.
And that was the first, Otter has been so good on the road. That was the first road game where Otter looked a little shaky.
Yeah.
I still think Dallas wants no business going back to Edmonton game 6 down 3-2.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? Like, even though I think they are better than I think Dallas has a greater delta between them and Edmonton than the Panthers over the Rangers. But I do think New York, even if New York loses tonight, I think they're like, well, we can win in Florida more than Dallas is like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to that crowd and that anthem down 3-2.
For sure. No.
I don't know if that's right, but that's what I think. Here's one more thing I want to ask you about this series. And it's just I want your take. The Shorty was a little unlucky in that, like, it was a point shot. They were kind of like that. Power play was a little disconjointed. It was scrambling.
It was a shit show. They're playing like assholes. They were forcing passes, passing pucks too quick, not moving when they get the puck, and then just a desperation. Get the puck at the top of the umbrella, throws one on, hits their own player, and then boom, odd man rush the other way.
Yep. But I guess I was going to say this. Right after that, your boy Miro pinched, and like he had support, but it like led to a 2-on-1 come the other way. I can't believe how many times Dallas finds themselves giving up odd man rushes to this team.
Yes.
And we said it. I remember thinking it in that Flames series a couple years ago, Battle of Alberta, where it was like, why are you running and gunning with this Oilers team?
Yeah.
What are you fucking high? And you get into that point where you're like, it's like the OT mentality where you're like, I want to go, but I also don't. I got to be careful. And you start going, well, now to avoid running and gunning with the Oilers, you're playing prevent defense, and now you're not playing your game anymore. So the Oilers are playing their game. You know, I'm doing like I'm in a mental pretzel, but it's like, at what point is it play our game, fuck them, or at what point is it like, hey, dude, let's be a little bit more responsible because the only way we lose is by giving up odd man rushes to this team.
I think you have to identify how good you are and say play our game. But I think playing your game can include be responsible.
Yeah.
Like listen, you can be the better team, which I think on paper and what we've seen all season, I think Dallas is a slightly better team than Edmonton. Edmonton is showing that they can play with anyone, and that's amazing. But I just think Dallas is the better team. Now, just being the better team isn't always enough. You do need to adjust. It's what we talked about with Florida. It's like you have to adjust to your opponent. And absolutely being more responsible and accounting for how quick Edmonton is on the counter and how quick they are on the rush, that's something that you should keep in mind. Forwards, you need to be more defensively responsible in the offensive zone, and be like, if they get it in transition, we got to bust ass back because they have some of the fastest, most skilled players in the world on that team. Don't get caught like this. And last game, they got caught over and over and over and over again. And
it was funny hearing that because Knobloch does this all the time. It's not like this is news to DeBoer or Dallas. After a penalty kill, Knobloch will send out McDavid and Draisaitl on a line together. Yeah. Because all the studs have been out, and now it's like, oh, we're tired after our long failed power play, and here come the Oilers guys. And then it immediately turned into that Draisaitl goal. Yeah. And I'm like, you didn't know that was about to happen? Like, what is
maybe account for that?
Yeah, exactly, dude. So, and like on that one, I think that was the Miro one. I'm like, don't pinch there. Like, you know the situation. Yeah. So anyway.
But I kind of don't like a player like Miro. I'm like, pinch whenever you want, dude. Like, you are one of the best players in the world as well. But I hear you over.
But it's like what Chelios was telling us before, where it's like you don't want to clip him at all. You don't want to clip a Miro. Where it's like, hey, dude, go. Ice is yours.
Play your
game.
Go
wherever you want.
That's what role players are for, dude. Yeah. Like, you need the role players to know. Yes, exactly.
You guys are responsible. I do whatever the fuck I want.
Yes. Let him off the leash. Yeah. Absolutely. Speaking of Connor, I want to talk about the Bouchard goal.
Oh, okay.
A lot of chatter right now going on. 2-on-1 situation. Connor McDavid flying down the ice with Evan Bouchard falling on the left side. The amount of accounts that have posted, actually there were two things. One, there was the Otter stick save that many hockey accounts took the opportunity to be like, unbelievable stick save. That puck was going wide.
I think so too. You said that right away. There's one view where it looks like it isn't, but every other view it looks like it's going
wide. It's a crazy moment, but that puck was going wide.
Yep.
So, in fact, the stick almost made it worse because the puck popped straight back out into the slot when instead it would have just gone into the corner.
I will say, though, if the stick was at the other diagonal, like if the stick was like this and it went straight out, if the stick had been like that,
would have banked in.
It would have banked in.
Yes.
So
crazy situation.
Crazy situation, but that shot was not going in.
That shot was going wide. Or pass, whatever it was. The also amount of hockey accounts that are posting that goal and saying Connor McDavid passed the puck off of Otter's pad. Your response?
Dude, it is, in my opinion, it is exactly, he is shooting that there on purpose.
Yes.
And that's not even up for debate for me. Like, he's coming down and he can go, if I see high glove, short side, I'm going to take it, because if Otter's cheating the pass, which sometimes goalies do, but if it's not there, I'm certainly not going to miss one high, short, and wide. So I'm going to fire one low and either beat him, or the rebound will likely pop right to Bouchard, which is exactly what happened, which is what you are taught when you were a fucking squirt.
Well, okay, all right, hold on here. You're getting too fired up. You're getting too you're getting
crazy.
No, you're getting too fired up. That is true. We are taught at a young age as hockey players, if you're in a situation and you shoot low, far side like that, you're going to get a good, juicy rebound. Absolutely. But when you say it like that, you're taught as a fucking squirt. You're making it sound like Connor's an idiot fool if he doesn't do that. Like, let's give credit, which you were starting to do, to that was a good shot. That was a good, smart play. And in the moment, on a 2-on-1, not everyone does that. So let's give credit while also being realistic.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm kind of like, that is like a very normal thing. Like, yeah, you just shoot it low to the far side and they kick it right to in front. Like, everybody knows that. And I'm not being like, Connor's an idiot for if he hadn't done it. I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's the normal
That's
move.
the way you were making it sound when you went, you're taught that as a fucking squirt. Like,
well, I'm kind of more doing the voice at the people being like, he's a visionary. And I'm like, no, he's not.
Fair.
That is literally what you are. When you play hockey, they go on a 2-on-1, shoot it low and far side. So, like, anyone going, what a sorcerer.
I disagree with that too. I don't think we're not taught that on a specifically a 2-on-1. That is not okay.
Maybe I had the best coach of all time, but when I was 8, my coach was like, obviously on a 2-on-1, just shoot it low there, and the guy kicks the rebound right to your dude, and you have an open net. It was the best coach of all time. I didn't know. I was told at 8.
Yeah, that at 8 years old, your coach said, never shoot it anywhere else. Never pass. Don't even consider passing on a 2-on-1, which we also saw on that shorthanded goal that also led to a goal. So yeah, you're right. The only thing coaches ever teach us on a 2-on-1 is shoot low, bad side.
No, sorry. There was more to the lesson, obviously, which was if there's no pass, which there wasn't, and you don't think you can score, which maybe he didn't, then the option A is obviously this. And
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, don't make it sound
I can't believe this take.
No, it's not a take. I agree with you. I'm just saying you're being a douchebag on like it was the only move. It's obvious. Any idiot would know to do that. And I agree. I think the people who are saying he intentionally passed it off his pad, I literally saw captions that said Connor McDavid passes off Ottinger's pad, and I'm like, you're all fired. You deserve to be fired for that take, because that's not what he did. He made a very smart, high IQ shot that we are taught is a great option early. I just want to not be too hyperbolic and say that it is like, if Connor didn't do that, he's a piece of shit, because I think it was a really good, well-placed shot that led to a perfect platter rebound.
Yep. I agree with all that. But
let's stop all you hockey accounts out there calling it a pass deflection off the pads, because shut up. That is not what he did.
Yeah, it's funny because I guess like it's certainly what he was trying to do. Like he was like, I want this rebound to kick right to him. It's just
but
weird
like
calling it a pass.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like if you ask Connor, he's like, yeah, I shot there knowing that if it goes in, great, but also that's probably going to lead to the best possible rebound for Bouchard.
Yep.
And that's why I'm like, great high IQ
Great play.
But I don't think Connor was going, I actually wasn't trying to score at all. I was literally passing it off the pad.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is where I'm like, okay, I think that's a little ridiculous.
Easy. But yeah, that was the backbreaker, I think. Dallas always has the big third periods, but I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me right now.
Yeah. No, that game, I said to you, I was like, if they get to 8 minutes, if they score before 8 minutes and make it 4-3, there's a chance here. If not, this game's toast.
Yep.
And like, yeah, that's exactly how it went down.
It's BetMGM time, which means it's let's try to make some money time. And we have an incredible deal for you guys. We've been pumping it because I want you to take advantage. All you have to do is sign up for BetMGM and use promo code NETTERS. That's NETTERS. And here's how it's going to work. You can bet $5. You can bet $1,500. $1,500. And you can bet it on anything you want. And if you win, you're the man and you did it and you keep your money. If you lose, it's fine. Do you want to know why it's fine? Because BetMGM is hooking you up with all that money. Look at it. Look at this. $1,500. All that money back into your account that you can make future bets and continue to try to make some money because they love you and because we love you. So sign up for BetMGM right now. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY for New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 for Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP for Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF for Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 for Puerto Rico. Or visit www.1800gambler.net for West Virginia. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, North Carolina, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. All right, little bit of Panthers-Rangers now before we get into Panthers-Rangers more fresh.
Yeah.
Game 4, Panthers finally get some OT magic.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Panthers, they go down 1-0 on a, fine goal.
That was a Trocheck one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good goal. Right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. And then quick 2-1 from the Panthers.
Yep.
Dominating the game, controlling the game, in my opinion, a lot like what we've seen seen from this series.
I know, same script. Jesus Christ, same script.
It's just exactly how it's going.
Yeah.
Exactly how it's going. Whole time. As it goes with the cockroaches, crazy bounce, bang, Laffy.
Dude, Laffy has that own goal in game 1.
Yeah.
And, that which was not his fault. Like, no. I would have put my stick there too.
Definitely.
And it sucks and whatever. And not that he needed a response because it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
But what a response. Like, he has been just pumping in goals. Massive
playing
goals.
So fucking well. I mean, like, the guy is... I just think he's off leash and he's just playing his game. And the skill that saw him do well in the OHL, saw him do well... or saw him be a first overall pick, I'm like, yeah, man, it's showing. And he's picking up a lot of slack, ties the game, unbelievable. We head to OT, immediate penalty, immediate goal.
Before we talk about the goal, well, I mean, that textbook power play, right? Like, that's exactly how you draw it up with that bumper position. It's like high to low, one touch right to the slot. 1T off the ball.
By the way, Laffy played in the queue. Sorry, I didn't mean to say OHL. We're just talking about the London Knights, and I'm fucking out.
The off the bar bang goal. I'm worried if I'm the Panthers still because, well, let me not say worried, but it's interesting to me if I'm the Panthers in that you get, because that Bennett goal was basically a power play goal. There was like, he shot it with time on the penalty still. It hit Chesty, like rolled over shoulder, the penalty expired, then it went in.
Yeah.
And they're like, not a power play goal, but it was. 3 goals in the game, 3 power play goals. I bitched about this last episode, but everybody was like, the Panthers are going to have such a huge edge 5-on-5. And they have not.
Not at all. Not at all.
Is that a disaster? No, because a humming power play can steal you a series.
Yeah.
Because you're like, we just converted on every power play, and that's the way it worked.
I know you're not saying this, but I always like to interject here. And I said this in the regular season when people were shitting on Reinhardt and shitting on Kreider, shitting on Hyman, and being like, oh yeah, I mean, sick, you got 50 goals, fucking 25 were power play goals. And I'm like, you need to score on the power play, you fucking dickheads. Look at Dallas Edmonton. How different would that series be if either team could score on the power play?
So true.
Stop acting like power play goals are like this, oh yeah, it's lucky you got that. And again, I know you're not saying this, but I take umbrage with the sentence, a power play can steal you a series, because it's part of the fucking game.
Yeah.
Like,
but
for
that's
fucking
still true, right? Like, it's part of the game, but a power play that's absolutely firing.
yeah, but
I think you were just saying that, though. Like, if Dallas's power play was cooking right now.
I think it would change the series. I don't like the term steal because steal to me is always like something, an outlier is making your team better than it is. Like a goalie can steal a series when a team is sucking. Like there's a lot of examples these playoffs where a team has zero business being where they are in a current series or going as far as they did because a goalie is stealing games when your team is not as good. I just think if we're going to say a power play can steal a series, the way I would accept that sentence is if a team absolutely sucks dick, but somehow they keep getting power plays and they literally score on every single one of them and they're winning games.
I have a question. I think we're just going to disagree on this, but if the Panthers win this series and they get outscored by, 10, 5-on-5, but then win in 7 because they outscore the Rangers by 12 on the power play. In my opinion, I guess the power play stole them that series because they were getting bodied in even play. In goals, which is all that matters. I know they're controlling the play, but in goals, they are fucking losing badly.
I think that's a great scenario you just laid out. Well done. I don't agree based on how the games are. Like right now, they're losing 5-on-5, literally on the score sheet. But watching the games, I'm like, they are sure as shit not losing 5-on-5 how the game is being played.
But
there's just like a lot of like unlucky bounces that are leading to goals, and it's just like, oh, yeah, I guess you're losing. But in another scenario where that's happening, I think usually it would be like you're getting outplayed 5-on-5, in which case I would say, yes, that is a power play stealing a series.
Yeah. Okay, so it could happen.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Yep. I also think you're slightly worried if you're the Panthers that you can't stomp the cockroaches. You can't extinguish them.
Like you let them come back and force it to overtime.
You were going to be the team that can't.
Yeah.
You were going to be you had the raid. You brought the raid and the rats. Wrong.
It's not working.
Even game 1, this is harsh, but even game 1, I was looking for the Panthers to get that insurance goal. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. Kind of. I know I opened with this is harsh.
Which they did.
But it was Verhaeghe, right? I think Verhaeghe just...
sorry. No, I'm talking about the
fair.
dog shit called back goal.
I forgot about that.
Like they did score that, and then the hockey gods gave them the own goal.
So yeah, but since then, and they had a sick comeback. But just then, you're like, oh man, we just fucking beat the Rangers. It's 4-1.
Yeah,
even the Hurricanes, after being down 3, had a couple wins where we're dismissed.
Yeah,
Panthers haven't had that yet, so that doesn't feel good, and neither have the Rangers, obviously. It's a fucking good series.
Yeah, Panthers haven't had it since game 1. I think they got it in game 1. But they haven't had it since.
Yep.
And you wanted, if you're, obviously that tying goal came early, but you wanted that in game 4 as the Panthers. When you're up, when you go down 1-0, then bang, bang, you're up 2-1, you wanted to be like, fucking murder them. Yes. And the fact that they tied it, I think, listen, that was
this Laffy's goal. Yeah.
That is a must-win game, and you won it.
But you're right, Dan.
And I think you won it across the board. You won that game top to bottom. But you wanted to win that game 4-1 with an empty netter. And you're absolutely right.
I feel like you wanted that. This is also harsh, but you wanted that in game 3 after Forsling ties it. You're like, you are murdering them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you should, it's like score, dude.
That one was shit, though, because, I think once New York made that game 4-2, you're like, this is off the rails.
Yeah.
And, once you tied it, you're like, win this fucking game, dude. But, what a mess of a performance that was in just the second period. You got so fucking unlucky in that second period, and it's 4-2, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. And then, once you tie it, you're like, okay, right the ship. But I don't think you're like, we need an emphatic win. Yep. You're like, that was like let's just win this game and pretend this never fucking happened.
Yep. So. Okay, last thing on this game, because I know it's going to be old by the time this comes out. The Wheeler, I felt so bad for Blake Wheeler. He finally gets back in the lineup. Yeah. I was so excited for him. All longtime listeners know I love him so much. And he played a ton of 15 shifts. He was on a couple hits, shots, won a face off. He was contributing. And then that play happens right at the start of overtime. Ziba fires that pass into his skates. I've seen people on both sides of the take. That's a bad pass for me into traffic, not on his tape. Picked off, and Barkov's on a semi breakaway. Wheeler brings him down. Penalty, immediate goal. And, he's made a couple comments fucking nightmare scenario. I finally get back after that horrible injury, and then I take that penalty. He has said, he's like, I've played it over 1,000 times in my mind. I don't know. Is there anyone on earth I trust to make that save more than Shesty? No. he's the guy. But
Oh.
I think I pull him down again, is what he said.
Yeah.
My question to you is, do you agree?
Yes.
You pull him down?
And fucking fans dogging him, go fuck yourself.
PK's been so good.
If you're
Not so good. Reiner got a couple last game.
Yeah,
but
no.
Like,
if you're a fan dogging him,
actually,
fuck you.
I take that back.
Like
They
you're
gave
not
up
a
two.
you're
Yeah.
not a real fan. You don't fucking get the game. You're just a fucking piece of shit mouth breather. If you're fucking dogging him for that, like, give
Yeah.
me a break, dude. Like,
I think you're right.
and it is because I'll tell you what. Here's another scenario. You're afraid to take a penalty there. And first of all, he doesn't egregiously pull him down. Like the feet are moving. He's trying to do stick work. He takes a penalty, but it's not like a lazy like I'm just gonna hook you.
Yeah.
If he sits there and goes, I'm afraid to take a penalty, does nothing, and they score there, he's getting more dogged.
Mm-hmm.
They're going, look at that fucking effort,
Nice
you
back check,
fucking
asshole.
loser. Nice
Yeah.
back check. Thank God you're back in the lineup, you fucking asshole. Like, it's just a brutal situation.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, if you're a fan, it sucks. It sucks. But like, don't shit on your players. Like, Christ almighty. Like, he must be so happy to get back in this lineup, playing playoff hockey. And it's like, that's what you get from the fan. And again, not everyone's doing it, but I hated it. I hated seeing people being like, what a fucking loser. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. I think because
he's put in a shit situation, dude.
Yep,
Like,
no, it was awful.
Yeah,
it was awful.
like,
He's doing everything he can.
yeah.
And I think the best argument is that if he scores and you're not really trying that hard, or not trying that hard, but you're kind of just hands-offing, you look like an asshole.
Yes.
Trust the PK. They hadn't been that good. I misspoke because they'd given up essentially 2 already and a couple the game before. But I think you trust your PK, which had been so good.
Agree.
To try to get the job done, pick you up.
Totally.
Pick Z-Bob. Bad pass. Okay. Rangers, Game 5 reaction coming at you now.
Well, here we are. We never left.
What a game, Dan. What a game.
And we're back.
What a game.
We are back. The Florida Panthers take a series lead 3-2 after a 3-2 victory.
Oh, look at that.
How about it? Over the New York Rangers at MSG. How are you feeling?
It was, like I said at the beginning when you saw us earlier, it was a fantastic. I went live for the first, so I was dialed in with the chat, and it was a really fun first period with no goals.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get a lot of goals, no goals to be had, but I thought that was a really up and down period. Which this series has been a lot of like sustained pressure, heavy forecheck, can't get out, Rangers can't get out. That was an up and down period, some great chances. I think Bennett hit that post. First.
And you know what?
Clean post.
Yeah, which is, you know what is the same as missing the net by fucking 20 feet.
You clown.
Fuck posts. If you like hitting posts, sit on the fucking bench, buddy.
Don't need you.
They're not good, dude.
I need shots inside the goal, not outside the goal.
You know
post
what's
outside
funny?
the goal.
You missed the net.
You sure did. Didn't beat the goalie, my ass, dude. Hit the post.
Bad shot.
Bob, someone had a breakaway. It's crazy that like you can't even remember what just happened, but someone had a breakaway and Bob got like a little poke check on it.
Yeah.
But he almost like missed the poke check.
Yeah.
But anyway, a lot of action. I think the Rangers might have even outshot them, out zone timed them. You know, it was probably the best. I would say that was even big picture because the third got really skilled the other way. But certainly periods 1 and 2, best Rangers game all series, including being up 4-2 in Game 3. Like, best Rangers have played all series through 2 periods.
I think so, too. I think that's the best game they've played. But also, let me just take a quick pause.
Timeout.
The worst thing about being a fan of a team is when they lose.
Oh, it's awful.
And in the playoffs, if you're lucky enough to have your team in the playoffs, when they lose, it sucks. You're like, fucking A, season's over. I got to wait months until the season starts again. Got to wait maybe a month, couple months until the free agency, fun stuff again. But if you love the sport, at least we've got playoffs to watch. And the best part is carefree playoffs. You just watch hockey because your team's out.
I have a question. Can I time out your timeout?
Yeah, filibuster.
Time out the timeout. Would you say, though, what percentage of the time would you say that when you are a neutral, and I don't even mean literally you because we're kind of dialed with like friends on the league and shit, but if you're just a neutral, you're a Ducks fan, boom, season over, playoffs start.
Yeah.
What percentage of the time, though, do you find you're rooting against a team you hate? You know, like I find you're like just as
100%.
invested. You know, it's not like you're just being like stick
100%.
playoff hockey.
100%.
Fuck the Kings.
But it's wrapping paper care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Cool.
It's
Is that
not
a real term?
No, I just made that up. It looks.
Because what does
good.
it mean? What does it mean?
It looks good on the outside, but it's not that strong.
Yeah, it's weak,
Yeah.
in fact. Yeah.
So yeah, you're always
Wrapping
gonna
paper
find
care.
like, oh, I care about this team.
Yep.
But when they lose, it doesn't ruin your fucking day.
Yeah.
And that's the case when you've got a team that you love.
Yeah. That's wrapping paper.
That's wrapping paper.
You know what else we made up on the live today? If I can talk about the live for the 50th fucking
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Hey, how'd the live go?
Somebody said in the chat the hand-eye coordination is amazing with these guys, which it is.
Yes, it is.
But I was like,
NHL sticks, dude. We talk
Yep.
about it all the time.
But probably like I would guess baseball players, maybe even tennis players,
Yeah.
probably have on average better hand-eye than hockey players. I think hockey players have great hand-eye, but there's just guys that golfers maybe even, like I guess that's stationary, but baseball surely.
yeah.
But I said on the chat, I don't think, and we made this term up as a group, as a community, hand-foot coordination, kicking the puck up to your stick. I don't think anyone has better hand-foot coordination than hockey players.
Is hand foot the right term?
It
there?
went to a vote in the chat, and that's what won.
Is it foot eye?
Well, we said foot, hand. We said
Let's call it hand to foot connection.
okay,
Or I'll allow coordination, but I need a 2 in there.
hand to foot.
Foot to hand coordination.
It has to be hand to foot. That's what won. Amanda's
What?
kids decided.
But we're not going. Hold on. We're letting a child pick this?
2 children.
Then no disrespect to those children,
They're wonderful.
but fuck them kids. In fact, we should obviously go foot to hand because kids don't know anything.
Hand to foot coordination.
It's foot to hand because it literally goes foot to hand.
I know, but it's hand to foot. But would you say that you agree with that? Like, I don't know that anybody in any other sport is taking the object that they play with from their feet to their hands.
What about professional hacky sackers?
They never use their hands.
Well, sometimes when they grab it.
Isn't that like when the hack's over? Like the hack is
probably
over.
the end of a hack. Okay, let's think about this for 30 more seconds. Is there
Not
anything?
basketball. Can't kick
Absolutely
it. Not soccer. Can't touch
Unless it's the goalie, but
Not
when are they
football,
ever
can't
doing
kick
that?
it.
Punters.
it. Ooh,
I was up against the wire there.
Yeah.
Punters.
punters is interesting.
But I still think hockey more.
Me too. I think they're better.
How about, no, it doesn't really happen in lax.
Maybe nope.
Rugby. Rugby. Definitely rugby.
I-
More so than punters.
More so than punters, but I still think less than hockey.
Okay. It's hockey, guys.
Great.
Dennis Seidenberg, one of the best foot to hand.
Foot to hand guys I've ever seen.
Okay. Filibuster over.
Yep.
Back to my timeout. When you do find that you care about, you're like, oh, I'm riding with this team. If that team then loses, you're not like, I might drown myself in my bowl of cereal in the morning.
Yeah.
You move on with your day.
Yep.
So my point is the care levels are low. You're just watching hockey and enjoying.
Enjoying yourself.
The stress that I feel watching these two teams play
Yeah. As a neutral.
as a neutral.
Well, you have a betting interest in the Rangers.
Yeah, but
so it's not slightly fair, but yeah.
I'm watching fun hockey.
Yep.
I can't imagine what it must feel like to be a fan of either of these teams right now.
Dude, I said
I
that
don't
to
even know
somebody
how
today.
you're watching the
This
game.
series must be fucking hell. And dude, it like the Western Conference is a close series too. And that sucks with the swings. But this series, 3 overtimes in a row, essentially a 1-0 game in game 1 till
Yeah.
late. Essentially a 1 goal. I wouldn't literally finish 1 goal game, but like tie like 1 goal game here. This has been fucking torture.
It's hell.
for both for the
It's
both fan
literal.
bases.
It's hell on earth.
Because I have great friends on both sides, and I have the Florida fans texting me because they're like pumping the shit out of the Rangers, out shooting them, but losing.
Oh my God.
And they're like, this is a fucking joke. What the fuck? And then I have Rangers fans being like, we're 1 OT slip up away from this being over.
Yeah.
3-1, and it's just like everybody is having a bad time.
It's awful. It's just truly awful. I don't know how anyone's dealing with it. We've got a friend who and jump in and give the shout out if you remember who it is. I think you know this story. We've got a friend whose grandma is a really big fan of the baseball team that they support, and she records every game on her DVR.
I do remember this story.
Every single game. She might even record it on a VCR tape still.
No.
She records
Maybe
every
TiVo. Maybe she has TiVo.
She records every single game.
Yep.
And then the next day, she checks the box score and sees if they won.
Yeah.
And if they lost, she goes,
Deleted.
doesn't watch it, delete. And if they win, she goes,
Pop that baby on.
I'll watch the
No
game.
commercials, dude.
I'll watch the game. I'd love
Boom.
to see how we.
Who needs a pitch clock? No commercials.
If I were a fan of either of these teams, I would be doing that. I wouldn't watch.
Yeah, dude.
I would not watch. and then I would check the box score after the game, and if we won, I'd go amazing, and I would watch. I would watch the game or watch the highlights, and then move on.
I'd watch the whole game.
I think it would kill me.
Oh, dude, it's been torture. So to get into it, great first period, second period, Panthers, and I was scared of that Panthers power play, right? Because they've been humming.
Yeah.
And they take power play. I think they killed one. They take one. They don't score, and then they get a second one. And
You're doing too much. Just get into the plays. Let's get into the Kreider goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you took too long.
Matthew Tkachuk is skating up the ice, and he's doing that thing where every team does now, where you're like, I'm going to throw it behind you. But the Rangers kind of went behind him.
Yeah.
And then he keeps going because there's nobody there. Go ahead. So he keeps going, and then he gets the zone, and dude slows down with poise, shows great poise, and then
This is on a peeper, by the way.
yeah, shows great poise, and then as everybody, all his teammates start to go by him, and dude, in front of him, there's like 6 Rangers, even though they only could have 4 on the ice legally, but there's 7 to 8 Rangers on the ice, and then behind him, there's 2 Panthers nude, and he goes, Rangers, and passes it that way, immediately picked off to Ziba, immediately up to Kreider, breakaway goal.
Dude, that stupid, silly bitch.
Dude.
That play was so bad. That play was so bad in real time. I was you could see his body language and where he was facing. And it was one of those moments where you can see like the nerves firing in his brain and then the muscle tissue starting to do what he was doing. And in real time, I went, don't make that pass.
There's 12 Rangers right there.
Don't
12
make that
to 13
pass.
Rangers.
Don't make that pass. He would have been better flipping that puck out of the zone and taking a penalty than what he did.
Dude.
And I like, as he did it, I was like, oh my God. And then it was just the most obvious goal.
And it would have been a behind the backhand, no look pass.
Yeah.
But I think that was Bennett, whoever that was. You got to go right here.
Oh
Right
my
here,
God,
Matty.
yeah.
Hey, yo, hooey.
Give it over here.
I'm right here, dude. I'll walk in on a breakaway.
Dude.
There's 15 Rangers over there.
That was absolutely insane. It was absolutely insane. And listen, the 0 to 60 speed from Kreider.
yeah, what a beast. And the strength.
And the strength
And the stop.
to fight
And
up.
the
I think it
backhand.
was Reinert, and then good move, good goal.
Yep.
Not taking anything away from that goal. I am going to take away with that was just that was a horrible play.
But after he chucked his mouth guard last game and then he fucking does that. I was like, oh.
That was Tkachuk goes to the bench and Maurice goes, do you feel good about that? And Tkachuk is like this. I feel like a fucking idiot.
Dude.
Like that is not like shit. But I love how people always go like, oh, you get lucky here and there. People get lucky all through the playoffs. I don't like that. I think there are definitely lucky plays, but I don't think we're going to count lucky plays in the bang bang. It all washes out. That was a lucky break.
Dude.
And a great goal, but a lucky break because that was a uncharacteristically horrible play.
Do you think Matty's the type of guy? Do you think Matthew's the type of guy that is, because we've known both of these people.
Yeah.
Do you think Matthew's the type of guy that needs someone to come yell at him for that, where they go, nice, hey, Maurice comes over and goes, that's fucking trash. And he's like, I know, or whatever. Or is he the type of guy that's like, I know what I've done, obviously. If you yell at me, it's only going to make me more mad and like, just fucking leave me alone.
I think if you're the type of guy that Matthew Tkachuk is, then you got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
So I think that deserves a clip whack.
Yeah.
An old coach move where you go like this. You take the clipboard and you whack him on the back of the helmet and you go, wake the fuck up. That's it.
Yeah.
Quick one. Don't bark at him.
Yep.
Don't harp on it, but give him a quick, hey, dipshit. And he goes, yep.
That was me. And I'm not that I was like ever had thin skin. I didn't care. But if I was obvious I did something wrong, horrific turnover in the middle, I'm pissed. I'm smashing my stick against the wall on the bench. And I was just, leave me alone, dude. Like, I don't need you to come over and be like, that's a bad play. But I don't hate to come over and be like this, get it back. Because I'm like, yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to get it back. That's motivation. I mean, you're a dipshit.
Yeah. Okay.
You're a dipshit.
Yep. Wake up. Yeah. I think I would take a wake up. I just didn't want to hear like bad
you
play.
You wouldn't, dude. We're playing beer league, and I say one thing to you, and then you pull out a scroll of why it wasn't your fault and why I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, because it wasn't. If it was, I would go like this. Yeah, I'll wake up. But when it isn't, you need to know all the reasons you're a fucking dumbass. And I have them, dude. It's in my wallet right now. You want to see it?
Fair. No, you've been
you haven't
reading
memorized
it to me my whole fucking life. My whole life.
All right, I want to say this too, Dan. Sam Bennett.
No, we got to talk about that Matthew Tkachuk play real quick because it just leads into something that I feel.
Okay.
These Panthers are a little cavalier with the puck in their own zone, in my opinion.
Okay. Oh, well, okay, go on.
They're like every time they're in their zone and they get what appears to be full possession.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, they're going to be breaking out here. They always do one like cheeky one-handed chip out or these little like dink deflections along the boards to get it out of the zone instead of just a let's get it out safely. They have a lot of either clear turnovers or you had possession, but you're making it look like it was kind of 50-50, and now all of a sudden the Rangers have like a 3-on-2 situation in their zone. Like they're asking for trouble.
And I've bitched about this in the past, where I think NHL guys are a little cavalier in their own zone already because they trust their skill so much. But it's funny you say that because I know you're right. I've seen them do it, but then I feel like there's no in between for the Panthers.
Yeah.
They either do that, the super fancy dinks.
Yeah.
Or they're the flip. I said they're the flip kings. They're the flip kings.
Yeah.
They get the puck and they just fucking launch it out because they're like, whatever, get it out.
Dude, yeah. It's like it's a flip or a chip.
Or chip. Yeah, exactly.
It's like they're flipper chippers.
They're the flipper chippers, dude.
They're
the Panthers are the flipper chippers.
And I just think that the chippers are not doing that well.
And I'm like, dude, have a clean breakout. Watch this. D to the wing to the curling center. You do the drill. You go to the hash wall, to the curling center.
Why are we forcing passes?
To the other wing.
It's
Get
crazy.
in the zone, cross ice dump, goal.
It's absolutely crazy.
Easy money.
Talk to me about Sam Bennett.
Sam Bennett's a goon. Sam Bennett's cheap. Sam Bennett's a bitch. Everybody's saying that.
Simmons is old.
Sam Bennett, dude, can play for me any day. And I know he punched Marchand in the face on purpose. And I know he cross-checked Charlie Coyle into the fucking goalie, which was clearly goalie interference.
Yep.
And I got a bone to pick with him, frankly. But I'll tell you what, dude.
Why don't you play for my team?
Yeah, because he is pretty good. And
he's a great player.
That pass to Forsling, when he's looking off Kachuk and then fucking through the seam. I mean, that looked like a point guard, dude.
Yeah.
That was literally fucking Steve Nash. Dan, I was like,
Jason Williams?
Steve Nash plays for the Panthers? That was insane, dude.
Sick.
If that had been a one hand behind the back, I wouldn't have blinked.
No.
Dude, unbelievable pass and then Forsling. Dude, right up under the bar where he lives. He lives under that bar.
I don't get why Gustav Forsling plays for the Cats because he's a dog.
Yeah.
He is a dog, dude. Dog.
He's a weapon, dude. He's a weapon. On
People
both
talking
sides.
about how cap strapped the Cats are. I'm Dr. Seuss over here.
Yeah, that was good.
And they're going, how are we going to keep Montour? And I was sitting there the whole time going, you got to sign Forsling first because that kid is a weapon.
Yep. But Sam Bennett with that pass, unbelievable. And Forsling with the finish, but unbelievable pass. And then Sam Bennett on the empty netter.
Yeah.
Dude, fighting to clawing with your fingernails for that inch. And dude, he battled through neutral zone, battled the puck up in the air, comes back to him, takes another body, beats Trocheck, could have shot it right away, beats Trocheck, leaves him on the ground, and then Foxy came, I think that was Foxy, came with the 2-pad jammer, dude.
Yeah.
A 1990s 2-pad jammer from Adam Fox, and he fucking roofed that thing, and then gave Kreider one across the chest behind the net, and says, toss that mouth guard, bitch. I think he said that.
People are saying it.
Dude.
Get a lip reader. Get a lip reader.
And he looked, he gave him a look, by the way.
Yeah.
He looked back, say something, dude. So, dude, Sam Bennett is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he done some bad shit, too, but he is.
He cheesed that empty netter.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
He cheesed it.
That is a big, that was a big game, dude. That's
that
game
was a
5,
huge
bro,
game.
in MSG.
Huge game. Now, listen, on the Rangers side, don't want to harp on it. Listen, we got to.
Wait, just real quick. You mad about the Lundell goal with Shesty? Does he need that one? I mean, he's been so good.
No. He's allowed a couple.
Okay. He made some. By the way, he made some killer saves after that goal. The Reinert right in front of the net. Dude, he kind of exaggerated that one, but that was
the legs attempts by the
Panthers. Also Lundell maybe.
Yeah. It was Lundell was one. There was another one too, but I thought that was the best game the Rangers have played all series
till the third. The third, all series, the third has been pretty skewed.
Yes.
Florida's been really controlling the third period, which is a problem, by the way, if you're in New York.
Yeah,
it's a big problem.
No doubt. I thought it was the best game they've played all series. Now, I don't know what that means for them, but as I've said a million times, this is really the only thing I have left to say about this game. You can never count out this Rangers team.
Agreed.
Home ice clearly doesn't mean shit.
They just took the Panthers to OT twice in Sunrise.
Yes.
They don't care.
Home ice doesn't mean shit. I love Sunrise, but Sunrise doesn't have a spirit like MSG, so it's not like it's going to be, no offense, Panthers fans. That's just more history talking here. But anything can happen. So the streets are flooding with Rangers fans online who have given up.
Yep.
And I say that with understanding. I get it. I get what you're going through. And this is just a coping mechanism. But this team is not out. That's all I'll say.
Dude, obviously the Panthers believe they can win Game 7 in MSG too. But if you're the Rangers, you're sitting in that locker room and going like this. Get me back to MSG for Game 7.
Yeah.
They don't want any fucking part of that, which they don't, really. They believe they can win there, but they don't want any part of it. They'd rather just
I
win.
agree they don't want it, but
Yep.
I think they have no issue with it.
Me neither, but
Like
if you're the Rangers, you're going, just get me home.
Yeah.
Get me home and we get this done. And as everybody knows, the most common, the most well-known characteristic of a cockroach
Yeah.
is when they feel near death. That's when they're their fastest.
They'll find a corner.
That's when they know.
They'll find a
they
little
know.
hole, a little
they
creek,
know where to
a
go.
little crevice.
When
Did you just lose a shoe doing that?
I lost a shoe during that. That's how roachy I just
Yeah.
got. The cockroach when the cockroach sees my fucking flip flop, that's when he goes. That's when he's the fastest.
They're cornered right now.
And they're cornered. And Florida hasn't even seen a cornered roach yet. So be ready for that.
And there just might not be enough raid in the entire state of Florida to handle that cockroach. So they're going to be quick.
Let's send him back to the rest of the episode.
All right, let's get into some Armchair GM.
Dude, I was looking at this and I don't have, sometimes we have some good ones.
Yeah.
We kind of joked about this earlier, so I'm going to just lean into it.
Yeah.
I'm going Dallas, Edmonton, and it's a coaching change for either team.
Oh, okay.
Pull your goalie in the first period
And go down.
and just let him score.
Yeah.
And then listen, actually, pull your goalie in the first period and then either score a bunch because you're on a constant power play.
Go on.
Or you go down because they're just firing it into your open net.
Yeah.
And the good news is if you're winning because you've pulled your goalie, the other team is probably so fucking rattled that you win the game because then you come out, you can put your goalie back in, and then they're like, what the fuck is happening? And we're all fucked. And if you're losing after the first, who cares? You've won the game now.
You're probably going to win.
You've now won because the other team, say it with me again, got fucking cocky and now they are fucked.
Yeah.
So pull your goalie in the first period, either team. And what I'd love to see, Dan, is a double pull. I'd love to see the double pull in the first. 6-on-6.
That's a stalemate written all over.
I think you might even have to start shooting into your own net.
Yeah. Like if the other team pulls it, you just go like this. Fuck you.
Fired your own net.
That center ice face-off draw is so important.
Yeah. Boom. Goal.
Yeah.
So that's my coaching adjustment for this week. Dallas,
like it.
Edmonton, pull your goalies.
I like it. I'm on a similar track. I'm going this series as well. Edmonton, Dallas. If you get a peeper,
Okay.
pull one of your guys off the ice. Make it 4-on-4.
See, this is actually a good idea.
It's just, they're not working.
It's actually a good idea.
There are more shorties in this series than there are power play goals.
Yep.
Getting a power play is too risky.
And 4-on-4, a lot of ice.
Per statistics, stats, numbers.
Mustard. Above the shoulders, mustard shit.
You are more likely to get scored on in this series if you have a peeper than to score.
Yep.
If you get a power play, here's my Armchair GM coaching adjustment. Pull one of your guys off, make it even strength again.
Okay.
We got to play the numbers here. We're through 4 games. We're through more than half of the possibility of the longest form of the series.
Yeah.
And the numbers show you are a better chance of getting a goal scored against you.
Yep.
When you get a power play. Pull a guy off,
4-on-4.
even strength. Let's run this out.
I love it.
No question about it.
Let's do some God I Wish I Was.
You go first.
And keep in mind, I'm recording this portion before Game 5 of the Panthers-Rangers series, so it could get even more intense. But already, God, I wish I was Sam Reinert. Missed a 57 tuck stand. Missed 27 OT goals. Missed a 57 tuck, second in the league. Or sorry, power play goals.
It's like, what?
27 OT goals in this series alone. 57 tucks, second in the league. Missed a 27 power play goals, first in the league.
Yeah.
Shows up in these playoffs, Dan. Not doing much.
He was quiet.
He was very quiet, and he
Little
had
church mouse.
And he had one peeper goal
Yeah.
in all the playoffs.
Yeah.
After Mr. 27.
Yeah.
I heard he got 27 tattooed to his back, dude, and he's got one.
How big?
I think I heard it's his whole back.
It's like a jersey?
Yeah, and it says power play. The name says power play instead of Reinert. 27.
27.
His whole back.
That's a crazy move when you don't even wear number 27.
And then now he's got one, dude, in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then, game 3, power play goal. Power play goal. Game 4, OT. Power play goal. Mr. Unrestricted Free Agent, Dan. Now pumping in power play goals in the Eastern Conference Finals.
He's going to be swimming in the money like Scrooge McDuck.
God,
dude.
I wish I was Sam Reinert, because now it's all fixed.
Yeah.
If you get hot now, and the Panthers need him, dude.
Yeah.
If he gets hot now and the power play gets going now,
Oh, yeah.
because the power play was struggling and he was struggling,
Yeah.
coincidence? If he gets going, the power play gets going, it propels them through the Rangers and all the way to the Cup, and he finishes this fucking playoff run. He's got, what, 4 already? If he finishes this playoff run with what, Dan? 7, 8, 9 power play goals?
9?
9?
Come on.
Guy's rich.
He's already rich, dude.
He's got no state tax, Dan. He's going to have a yacht with 27 on the back. Yacht's going to be named 27. 27 plus 8. That's what it's going to be. No, plus 9. 27 plus 9. That's what's going to be called.
27 Club. There's going to be a new club on South Beach.
God, I wish I was Sam Reinert.
How could you not? God, I wish I was Chris Knobloch.
Nice.
This man,
Nice, dude.
dude, is an overachiever.
Yep.
He's an overachiever in everything he does. The Oilers dead their coach.
Yep.
Bye.
They're in dead last, dude. Dead last, dead coach.
They're playing so badly. Bye. And they go, Knobloch, take over. Wasn't some savior.
Yep.
It wasn't some, we're bringing in so-and-so.
Yep.
Bringing in Berube. We're bringing in, some stud coach. Knobloch, take over.
Okay.
What's the, maybe we sneak into playoff? No, take over. Since then,
16-game win streak.
they've been one of the best team. They were one of the best teams for the rest of the year. Surging, pounding teams. He's got the big boys going. Connor McDavid gets 100 assists.
Oh, my God.
Now they get into playoffs. Play the Kings again. People go, I don't know. Kings kind of pulling it together in the last few weeks. They might have a little bit of spunk in them. Dismissed.
Yep.
Then they play. They didn't win the President's Trophy, but I would say the bell-to-bell best team all year long
West.
in the Vancouver Canucks, certainly in the West. Dismissed. A lot of question marks going into that Game 7. Oh, these guys in Vancouver, these guys don't know how to get over the hump. The Latvian Spiders are unstoppable.
Connor and Leon can't coexist.
They don't know how. They don't have the clutch gene. They've got this inexperienced coach. Dismissed. Now
Come the Stars.
Now they're playing the Stars, the powerhouse in the West.
Dallas in 5.
Dallas in 5. They've got a couple of dickhead loser know nothing podcasts saying Dallas in 5. Tie series.
Bang.
This guy.
Knobloch's he's pulling Skinner at the right time. He's pulling Skinner right when he needs to be pulled.
He's
fucking putting Leon and Connor out after PKs.
I don't care what happens to the Oilers for the rest of these playoffs. Knobloch, what a performance.
Belongs.
There need to be murals of Knobloch on the sides of buildings in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Because this guy has just performed well above expectations.
Got the room in order. He's giving great press conferences.
From day one. He's got great answers.
Great hair.
He's got a great look, too.
Yeah.
He's kind of got a shifty,
Yeah. What's going on?
scanning. He's always scanning.
Yep.
I wish I was him.
That's fantastic.
Unbelievable.
Hit us with your temper tantrum today, Dan.
All right, I got a doozy. I've got a temper tantrum for the ages today.
Yeah.
2 in a week.
Yeah, surprise emergency.
This is my message that will never be answered. But I'm sick of the complaining
About
the refs.
leave the refs alone.
This isn't even a protect our refs thing, but I am saying this, dude. Shut up, please, fans on Twitter. The development of the internet and giving a voice to many people who do not deserve to have voices that are seen by others is making it worse and worse and worse every year. Last year, I really started noticing it. Complaining about refs is a tale as old as time. It is so long as organized sports have existed. We have heard people complaining about refs. Dude, shut up. Listen to the players.
Yep.
These guys get asked about these plays that they listen, in the moment, of course. We all do it. On the ice, you do it. In the stands, you do it. And it's sitting at home on your couch, you do it. But once it's over, just shut up. Well, just please.
And you can do it in the moment.
In the moment. Yeah. I'll give you a 10-minute window.
Yep.
But after, just stop. It's so nauseating and so obnoxious. And I'm not going to single anyone out, but there are fans who, after every loss, the next day, the timeline on Twitter is just flooded with, oh, what about this play? Oh, shouldn't have been a power play. What about the no call here? That's why we lost. Boo-hoo, blah, 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 blah. For the love of God, stop.
Yep.
It's so pathetic. It's so annoying. This is how the game is played. It's so fast. And truly, dude, it's going to sound like I've got refs paying me to say this. They have such a hard job, and they do a great job, dude. Like, I'm sorry, they do. Like, it's very difficult to make every single call in with how fast hockey goes, and it happens on both sides.
That's my biggest thing,
so tired of it.
That's my biggest thing. It washes out, dude. Everybody's like...
Every single series, it washes out. There's enough.
A clip of, Bennett hits Mark clip. My point is, like, every time there's a bad call, someone finds a clip of another bad call in the other direction, or like a missed call, and I'm like, I know. It's chaos. They're doing the best they can. And when I watch pretty much every other league, don't even get me fucking started. I know nobody likes baseball anymore except for me and Loops, but don't even get me started on the MLB umps.
Yeah.
They are a fucking tragedy.
Clown show.
The NBA is a shit show.
Clown show.
Everything's a foul every 5 seconds, or like it's a joke.
Yeah.
Defensive pass interference is a fucking clown show. I actually think the NHL refs are the best of the bunch by a mile.
I agree.
By a mile.
Agree.
So yeah, there's some fucking missed calls, dude. And it sucks so fucking bad when it happens to your team. Trust me. I was losing my fucking shit over the Bennett Coyle goalie interference.
Yeah.
Of course.
But you move on.
It's them, the breaks, part of the game. Come on.
Like, they're just like these butt plugs on Twitter who are making it their entire identity to be like, they go, oh, the refs refuse to call any penalties against blank team. And there are people who I like and respect in this world who the day after go, oh, well, they dig up a clip. Well, what about this call that was missed? What about this new angle? Dude, just stop and enjoy hockey.
Yeah, we got to.
That's really the root of it. I'm like, how miserable is your life that you just sit there and whine about the refs a day after, a full 24 hours later?
Yeah.
Just enjoy the game.
Dude,
it's gonna wash out. Like, you're gonna have a better time if you stop pissing and moaning all day long and just enjoy it. It's become so annoying and so sickening every day when I go online and I just want to read articles about the games and I want to see if people are fired up. And the majority of the chatter is just people complaining.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, enough. You're going to have more fun and the rest of us will have more fun. Enough. Stop bitching and let's move on.
Yeah. The other thing I was going to say is the same people that were giving me a hard time for the even it up comment, because I do support that.
Yeah.
Are the people when it's like Dallas gets 5 power plays in one game to Edmonton's 1. And they're like, another one on us. And I'm like, oh, so even it up? Or like, you can't win. Either a penalty's a penalty no matter what, or it's like, well, we can't call another one on them because there's been too many. There's the refs can't win. Neither can we. Let's all watch hockey.
Yeah, 100% agree. All right. That is it for us today at the Empty Netters podcast. Unbelievable episode. We're jumping in and out.
Yeah.
We're time traveling.
Place, dude.
It's unbelievable. These games have been phenomenal, and we've got more to come. Great stuff. We love you guys. Go to the YouTube. Hit subscribe. For the love of God. I know you're all watching. Some of you aren't subscribed yet. Hit subscribe. Keep hitting us up in the DMs. We love you guys. Until we talk to you next time.
Give me a skate hard.